Good morning, student. So, children, today we'll start with the revision of your chapter number 1. In the syllabus, it's already given to you that the syllabus for your term first exam will be from chapter number 1 to chapter number 6. We have finished with chapter number 6, and from today we will start revising your syllabus of term 1. Now let's start with chapter number 1. Student, chapter number 1 was your nature and significance of management. Right? So here in this chapter we will be learning about the nature of management and what are the different significance features a management have and what type of different functions a management or a manager has to go through. Now let's start with the concept of management by defining management. Now see, management is the process by which a cooperative group direct action of others toward common goal. It's basically means management क्या है? It's a process by which a cooperative group means a group of people who willingly work and direct the action of all other peoples to achieve a common goal. But the proper definition of management will be management is defined as a process of planning, organizing, controlling an organization operation in order to achieve the target efficiently and effectively. It is essential for all organization. It means management की जो proper definition आप इसमें पढ़ोगे that say that management is basically a process of planning, organizing, controlling, staffing and directing by which we operate our operation for achieving the goal of organization effectively or efficiently. Three words are important here, that is process, effectively and efficiently, because the definition say management is a process of achieving the organizational goal effectively and efficiently, right? So what is process basically means task. It's basically means all those different tasks or activity which manager has to perform, right? So that is process. Now what is effectively? Now doing the work or completing the work on time means we are effective. Efficiently say when we complete the work but with minimum cost or by using less resources, that called as efficiently. So management क्या है? एक process है बहुत सारी अलग अलग एक्टिविटीज़ की by which we are able to complete our work effectively and efficiently and achieve the objective of organization. Now, concept of management. So when we talk about the concept of management, it's basically we have traditional concept of management, also modern concept of management. We are following the modern concept of management, which say that it's a process of achieving objective effectively or efficiently, right? In traditional concept, how the management was defined, it was basically defined that it is art of getting things done through others. Means management क्या था traditionally में? It was a narrow concept जो सिर्फ क्या बताता था management क्या है? Management is just a art, creativity by which we can able to take work from other, that is management. But we will be using the modern concept of management in this chapter, that say that it's a process of getting thing or achieving objective effectively or efficiently. Now let's see what are the different characteristics or features a management had. Now because I'm just revising it, so I'm not going very deeply in that. If you still have any issues or any problem, you can inform that in the group. Now the characteristics of management or the features of management. Management first features say that's goal orientated process. Why? Because whatever we are doing in the organization, it's always based on certain objective. Whatever we are managing, the whole process is there, the whole efforts we are uniting together, there is a reason, there is an objective, there is a goal behind it. So whenever we used to manage anything, there is always a goal behind that. That is the reason we say that it's a goal oriented process. Second thing, say management is all pervasive. Why management is pervasive? Black, because it's not there that management will be used only into a bigger organization, or it will be only used into a small organization, or the organization where motive is to earn profit, there only management is used. So it's not like that. Management is used in each and every way. The use of management is not restricted. everywhere, whether the organization is a small organization, it's a big organization, it's a profit or non-profit organization, everywhere you have to manage the work, you have to manage the operations, you have to manage your resources. So that is the reason, because we use management process everywhere, we called it is all pervasive. Now third feature say management is multidimensional. Why multidimensional? Because it does not include one activity, it contains lots of activity. Like it is complex activity, it's include three main activity, right? Like management, we have to manage houses, we have to manage people, we have to manage operation. So when we talk about multidimensional means a management has to manage lots of activity, right? So a management has to manage the people of the organization, management has to manage the operation of the organization, and a management has to manage the resources of the organization effectively or efficiently. That is the reason we say that management is multidimensional activity. Now the next feature say that management is continue process. Now it is continue process because it's never end. Like management has five functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. And each and every function, till organization is working, till your organization is running, you need somebody to manage operations of the organization. You need somebody to manage resources of the organization. We need somebody to manage the people of the organization. That is the reason we said management is a continuous process or it's never ending process. Now next is management is a group activity. Now management is group activity because what is the role of manager here in a process of management? The manager role is to see that whatever individuals are working inside the organization, the manager has to unite their objective towards achieving the goal of the organization. It means there are so many people working in the organization. Now it become a duty of our manager to take work from them as a group activity so that we can achieve the objective of organization. That is the reason it's called management is a group activity, because it's not working, a single person is not working there are lots of people are working there. So manager has to unite their objective towards the organizational objective. Now next is management is intangible. Now again it is intangible because why? We cannot see or touch it, we can only feel it, that whether the organization functions are working properly, it means we are managing it properly. If there is certain issues in the organizations, if the functions of the organizations are not working properly, then we can feel that it means the management is not working properly or we are not able to manage things. So management is basically what? Management is intangible force. It cannot be seen or it cannot be touched. We can only feel how the things are going on. Now these are about the features of management, students, and now we'll start about the objective of management. So objective of management basically means the goal of management, why we used to manage thing into the organization, what are the main goal behind this management. So the objective of management are divided into three part or three category. It was organizational objective, it is personal objective, and it is social objective. So these are the three category of management objective. Now organizational objective, when we keep in mind or when we see management in term of organization or in term of business, then what are the main objective of management in business? It will be to see that how we can able to survive, how we means the organization can able to survive for a long period of time. So the first objective of management in term of organizational objective will be see that survival of the organization can be done in a competitive market. Now next is profit. This is the main objective of every organization, to earn more and more profit. And third is growth. Now the third objective of every organization will be what? That once they get the achieve the objective of surviving in the market, they achieve the objective of profit in the market, they want more growth, they want to expand their business. So these three are the objective of management in term of organizational: surviving in the market, or we say competitive market, where we have to face lots of competition, and getting profit into the market, and once we got the profit, then to expand the business, that is growth. Next objective of management is in term of social objective, means what are the objective of management toward the society. So that is, it involve creation of benefit for society, means giving benefit or profit to society. Now how we can give benefit towards society? Now a business, if a business is managed properly, they can provide a qualified goods with a reasonable rates to society. So this is just what? This is just providing benefit to the society or following the social objective by giving society people a good quality of goods or product into a less or reasonable rates. Now next is personal objective. Now student, personal objective basically say individual objective. The people, those who are working into the organization, what are their main objective? Individual objective. So whoever are working as an employee into the organization, they might have an objective of getting good salary, getting good promotions, getting a status in the society, or have that healthy work conditions where they can work properly. So these are the three objectives of management: organizational, surviving, growth and profit. Second is society, giving benefit to society, and third is personal objective, means the employee, those who are working into the organization. Now next is about your importance of management. Now what are the different importance if organization is properly managed? We have. Now see, the first importance of management is that management help achieving group goal. It integrate the objective of individual along with the organizational goal. Now first importance say that management is helping of achieving group goal. Now what is group goal? It means when we talk about the organizational, the main objective of organizational goal is to earn profit. Now but it might be possible that individual have their own goal, getting good salary. Now here the job of manager or management started that they have to integrate the objective of individual along with the organizational goal so that we can achieve our organizational objective. Now next importance of management is management increase efficiency. Now management increase efficiency because management has 5 functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. By use these 5 functions in a proper way, management increase the productivity in that sense that they have a less resources in a wastage way. We used to do production in such a way that way we will not waste our resources more. Now next important say that management create a dynamic organization. Now when we have properly managed in our organization, or when there is a proper management in the organization, in a business everybody know that business is something which used to change time to time. It have a dynamic environment. According to the changes in certain situation, we have to change certain policies of our business also, and this is basically possible if we have a proper management. So by the help of management, we used to create a dynamic or situation or organization environment into the organization, so that whenever there is any changes, we can follow these changes into our organization also. Next important say that management help in achieving personal objective. Now because management, by motivating the leadership quality, the management help in achieving the personal objective also. Management work is to manage the people, resources and operation of the organization. They motivate time to the employee. They provide a leadership quality to the employee. In that way they learn lots of things into the organization, and by this even they get more chances of getting promotions also and good salary also. So here what management is doing, management is helping employee for achieving their personal objective. Now next say management help in development of society. Now how? Because management is providing good quality. This was one of the objective of management. That was social objective, where we said that management provide good quality product and services with a reasonable rates. Management basically means management in a business organization generate employment also, use new technology also, which help for the development of society. Now next will be about the nature of management. This is always a point of discussion, that what nature of management contain. Is management is art? Is management is science? Or is management is profession? We always have a discussion here. Now let's see what is art, what is science, and what should be profession. Now what is art? Art basically means management is an art because it satisfies following point. It is based on practice and creativity. Whenever we talk about art, art is related with creativity and how we are getting that creativity after going through with a long practice. So because art has a feature of creativity which is based on practice, and the same feature is also with management, so we say management is art. Now second is lots of literature is present which give the existence of theoretical knowledge. Now management is also related with theoretical knowledge. A manager who is already experienced or who is already worked somewhere as a manager, he had a theoretical knowledge which he applied for in his another job also. So that is the reason we say it, because management has a features of creativity. It's completely a creativity of a manager, or a practice of a manager, or experience of a manager, that how he used to manage things, or how he or she used to manage operations, employee and resources of the organization. So because creativity is there, that's why we say management is an art. Now see, is management is science? If yes, why? Now management is science because it is a systematic body of knowledge. Now manager has a proper knowledge that how he has to use or how he has to run the organization. Now just because of this systematic body of knowledge which is present in science feature also, we say management is science. Now next is science feature is completely based on experimentation. Now management feature is also based on experimentation. Why? Because a manager has his own experience. After going through with one own experience, he used to that experience into the another organization also. That is the reason we say management is an science also. Now is management is profession? It does not meet the exit criteria of a profession. It does not have some feature of profession. It means management, if somebody will ask you about management nature, so management has a nature of art also, and it has a nature of science also, but management does not has a proper nature of profession. Now next is about level of management. Now in management or in any organization, we have three level of management, that is top level, middle level and lower level, which we call as a operational level also. Now what is top level? Who are the people who are sitting in the top level and what are their work? So basically the top level people are those who are basically involved in the process of making policies for the organization. Now these are basically the senior most executives like chairperson, chairman, chief executive officer, the president and vice president. So these all people came into a category of top level management. Now next is after that the middle management. Now they are usually divisions head, that we call as a department head also, and they are very important because they played a role of link between the top level and the lower level of management people. It means whatever policies has been made by top level people, it become the duties of middle level management peoples to give that policy or explain that policy to the lower level of people and to see whether they are following it or not. That is the reason we call they are playing a role of link between top and lower level. Now next is operational management. Operational management basically means the lower level of management. They are usually the foreman and supervisor who actually carry on the work or perform the activities. Means the main implementation of work is done from the operational management or lower level of management. Now next is about the function of management. So as I have told you earlier also, that when we talk about management have main 5 function, that was planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. We are going to read these function very deeply because we have chapter also with the function separately. Now let's start Just see the concept here. Planning. Planning is what? Planning means deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and developing method for doing that so that we can achieve our goal effectively, efficiently. It means what we are doing in the process of planning, we are filling the gap between present and future. Now where we are and where we have to reach, उसके लिए हमें क्या करनी पड़ेगी? प्लानिंग करनी पड़ेगी. सो उसके लिए हमें सोचना पड़ेगा कि हमें क्या करना है, कैसे करना है और कब करना है. मेथड डेवलप करनी पड़ेंगी ताकि हम अपने गोल को इफिशिएंटली और इफेक्टिवली अचीव कर सकें. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट प्लानिंग, राइट. मीन्स दिस इज बेसिकली वे वी आर थिंकिंग. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग. Children, organizing basically means where in the first function of management planning we have thought, we have decided that in advance about the future, that what we are going to do, how we have to do it. And in the organization, it's basically what we are doing, we are creating the structures, right? We are establishing the resources. Means we have decided that what we are supposed to do, but who and what are the different structures are required, what are the different resources are required, that all need to be arranged in the second function, that is organizing. Now third is staffing. Now staffing function is what? Staffing function basically means to appoint right people for a right job. It means once the planning has been done, everything has been decided, once we have arranged the resources in the organization process, now who is going to use these resources, who are going to use these technology and machine? It will be definitely human being. Now so third function said staffing, that appointing right person into a right job so that we can run our operations. Now fourth function is directing. Directing basically means guiding to the employee. It basically means having a leadership quality, influencing, motivating to the employee so that they can perform their job in a well manner. And the last function of management said controlling. Controlling basically means that what we have thought, what objective we have decided in the first function, that is planning. In the planning function we decide our objective, right? Or after the directing functions, in controlling we got certain work, we got certain result. Now in the controlling function we used to measure. हम मेज़र करते हैं कि हमने क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव डिसाइड किए थे और हमें एक्चुअली में क्या अचीव हुए हैं. ना आफ्टर मेजरिंग we compare it, and if there is any deviation, if there is any differences, then we find out the reason behind the differences, and then we again go through with the first function. So these all are the 5 function of management. Now next is coordination. Now coordination is not a function of management, but we call it as essence of management. Why essence of management? Basically means it's very essential for management. Without coordinations, no function will work properly. So coordination basically means what? Coordination basically means binding together all the activity of an organization so that the organizational can work properly and they can able to achieve their objective. Now what type of activities? In our organization we have lots of activity, like we have activity of purchasing, production, selling, financing. So if all the activity will go into a different way, different directions, we will be not able to achieve our objective, right? So what we used to do in the coordination process? Coordination process, we used to bind all the activity together in one direction only so that the organization goal can be achieved, right? Now this is basically coordination also provide harmony into the organization, because there are lots of people who have different natures. So it's very necessary to coordinate within each other so that harmony in the organization can be remain. Now next is characteristics of coordination. Now the characteristics of coordination or features of coordination say that what is the work of coordination? The work of coordination is to integrated group efforts. Integrate group efforts means that the different people who are working into the organization make their one objective only, and to guide them in such a way that they can work for achieving that main objective or common objective of organization. Now it ensure unit of action. Unit of action basically means that all are working into a same direction. Now the third feature of coordination say that it's a continuous process. till organization is running, we required employee there, and till employee are there working into the organization, they are coordinated. We required coordination between the employees so that objective can be achieved. It is all pervasive function. The coordination is required each and every organization, no matter whether the organization is short, big, profit organization or non-profit organization. That is the reason we said it's all pervasive. It is the responsibility of all manager. Now who's going to coordinate? It's the responsibility of manager to coordinate the work of all the employee into the organization. Now next is importance of coordination. Now what is the importance of coordination? If in an organization proper coordination is there, what benefit we will get? So first will be growth in size. Now when there is growth in size, the number of people employed in the organization also increase. Thus to integrate the efforts, coordination is needed. It basically say that when we talk about organization and when we expand our business or the organization grow, with the growth of the organization, the number of people or the number of employee also grow. And when there is more and more employee into the organization, the importance of coordination also grow, because a manager has to coordinate their efforts or integrate their efforts into one common goal. Now next is functional differentiation. Now into organization, because we have lots of separate departments. We have separate department for purchase, for sell, for marketing, for production. So that is the need for proper linking between all these departments. We require coordination. Now specialization. Now specialization basically say that if we talk about modern organization, it's a high degree of specialization. So coordination is required among different specialists because they different approaches, judgment, etc. It basically say that because into the modern organization time, we required a special people for each and every area. Sometime it happened that there are these special people have different judgment and different approaches and opinion, where again the requirement of coordination occurred. So these are the importance of coordination. Last we will have what type of management we have in 21st century. So student, 21st century means in this right now we have a new way or trend of management, where we are using more technical way, we use more techniques for doing our business, and we are not thinking to a smaller area. This time the thinking of the organization has gone to global organization, right? Means the business are not restricted to the boundaries of your countries only, but business are spread it to the outside the boundaries of countries also. It become a global organization. So student, with this we have finished with the revision of chapter number 1. In the next video we will start the revision of chapter number 2. Thank you.